Dogs, rabbits, birds, and fish are the most common house pets that we found in different households. Speaking of pets, we are going to talk about the prey of our mighty cats. By the way, I love cats, but unfortunately, we are not going to talk about them because we are going to discuss the mouse. Welcome to About Everything. So sit back and relax, because we are going to take you on another journey of knowledge about this little cute animal. So without any further ado, let's get started. Nutrition is an important part of our lives. It affects how we eat and our health in general. As we get older, our bodies go through many changes. To support healthy aging and ensure optimal well-being, a good diet becomes even more important. Getting enough to eat gives our bodies the nutrients, vitamins, and minerals they need to work right and keep important processes going. It helps keep your immune system healthy, which is important for fighting off the illnesses and infections that come with getting older. To start this discussion, let me tell you a word that you need to remember as the video goes by, and that is isoleucine. Well, what does it mean? The National Library of Medicine says that isoleucine, an amino acid, is also important for many bodily processes, including growth, immunity, protein and fatty acid metabolism, and glucose transport. The immune system, which includes immune cells, organs, and reactive chemicals, can work better with isoleucine. But what is a middle-aged mouse? The Jackson Laboratory says that mice in the middle age range should be at least 10 months old. It is often a part of studies of aging to find out if a change that comes with getting older happens over time or only shows up in old age. So, what is the connection between isoleucine and a middle-aged mouse? For mice's health and well-being, isoleucine is a necessary amino acid that is highly significant. Because it is an important part of their food, it helps their body tissues grow, develop, and stay healthy. A mouse's body uses it as a building block for proteins and for many other biochemical processes. In addition to supporting muscle function, it helps make hemoglobin and keeps blood sugar levels in check. It is also known to boost immune function, which helps mice have a strong and healthy immune reaction. Mice may not grow properly, have a weaker immune system and be less healthy generally if they don't get enough isoleucine in their food. For now, let's talk about the aging process of mice so we can further understand. Like human beings, mice age by going through a set of changes in their bodies that happen over time. Over time, mice cells go through a process called cellular senescence that makes them lose the ability to grow and work properly. This makes it harder for tissues to grow back and heal. The damage to DNA builds up over time in mice. Several things, including oxidative stress, the environment, and metabolic processes, can cause this. Damage to cells is made worse by DNA repair systems that don't work properly, which leads to diseases linked to getting older. As mice get older, their muscle mass and bone structure slowly decrease. This is called sarcopenia and osteoporosis, respectively. These changes can make them weaker and less mobile, and they can also make you more likely to break a bone. Lastly, just like people, old mice can experience cognitive loss, which can make it harder to learn, remember things, and think clearly. This drop is often linked to changes in the structure and function of neurons in the brain. A new study, according to the new atlas, shows that cutting back on a single amino acid, isoleucine, by 2/3 made middle-aged mice live longer, gain weight, and be healthier without them having to eat fewer calories. The results show that limiting the amount of isoleucine you eat may be important for staying healthy as you age. Researchers put genetically different male and female mice on one of 3 amino acid-defined diets to learn more about how isoleucine affects health. The control diet had all 20 typical amino acids, which is similar to a natural diet where protein makes up 21% of calories. On the other diets, either all amino acids were cut down or only isoleucine was cut down by 67%. It means that all 3 diets had the same amount of fat, which means they were all isocaloric. At the start of the study, the mice were about 6 months old, which is about the same age as a person in their 30s. They were free to eat as much as they wanted. Researchers discovered that mice that were fed a food low in isoleucine lived longer than mice that were not fed this diet. On average, male mice lived 33% longer and female mice lived 7% longer. In addition to longer lifespans, there were also longer health spans. When males were fed reduced isoleucine, there was a strong negative relationship between how long they lived and measures of frailty related to body health, such as tail stiffness, fur color, and the number of tremors they had. When females were fed control, whisker loss, hair loss, and spinal curvature were strongly linked to longer lives. But when females were fed reduced isoleucine, these problems were linked to shorter lives in a negative way. The mice that were fed less isoleucine ate a lot more calories than the other mice. The researchers think this is because they were trying to get more isoleucine. That being said, they burned more calories and lost and kept off weight by changing their metabolisms instead of working out more. The mice also had better control over their blood sugar, and as they aged, the male mice's prostates got smaller. The genetically diverse mice used in the study died mostly from cancer, but the males that were fed low isoleucine were less likely to get a growth. Neuroscience News reports that scientists have found that lowering the amount of isoleucine in mice's food can greatly improve their health. The study shows that mice that ate a diet low in isoleucine lived longer, had smaller bodies, and had fewer problems with cancer and the prostate, even though they ate more calories. In the piece Nutrition Insight, he says that mice on a low isoleucine diet ate a lot more calories than mice on other diets. This is because they were trying to make up for getting less isoleucine. However, these mice burned more calories and kept their weight down without doing more exercise. This was because their metabolism changed. What's going to happen? The area of isoleucine and aging has a lot of untapped study potential, and there are many interesting directions that should be pursued. More research into the exact ways that isoleucine slows down the aging process in mice can give us useful information. To understand how isoleucine impacts certain biological processes and how it might help slow down the aging process, we need to understand the molecular pathways and signaling systems that are involved. Not only are mice being studied, but the results are also being applied to people through translational research. This is an important step in figuring out if isoleucine can help people age in a healthy way. Clinical trials and observational studies can help fill the gap between health problems seen in animals and those seen in people, giving us useful information about how isoleucine affects aging. Well, that covers up another day of learning. If you like our content, be sure to subscribe for more videos like this. As always, we are about everything.